We're interrupting Lisa's story here to bring you some breaking news as police are holding right now a news conference about the search for that stabbing suspect in Queens. Let's listen in.
Related to the case, call the NYPD immediately, either through 911 or by dialing 1-800-577-TIPS. You can also submit a tip online at the Crime Stoppers website. Lastly, I want to thank the members of the media for amplifying this information and getting this important information out. We're stronger when we work together. We're safer when we work together. And together, we will bring this person to justice. Now I'll turn it over to Chief Patrol John Shell, who'll go over some of the events.
Good evening. We're here today to make the public aware of 5 stabbing incidents that have occurred within the last 9 days. 3 of them this morning between 7:30 and 8:30. 1 on January 16th past midnight in the Rochdale section of Queens and Jamaica section of Queens, both in the confines of the 113 and the 103 precinct. We have an unidentified individual who's walking around the street randomly stabbing people with a hunting knife. There is no connection to the individuals, and it seems to be unprovoked. The description is following: male, black, light-skinned, in his 20s, 5'6", slim build, braids in his hair, wearing a green jacket and a black hoodie. Sneakers are white Converse and sometimes black and white Adidas. He's wearing a lanyard sometimes and a surgical mask sometimes. The subject, in some cases, tries to make statements to the victims, but they don't understand what he's saying. In one case, it was a fight, an argument on a bus that went out into the street. The incidents involve 4 males and 1 female. The female is 34 years old. The males range from 36 to 74. The injuries are all non-life-threatening. The times, they've occurred from midnight to 8:30 in the morning. Like I said, 3 this morning were within an hour. We have mobilized many resources in the department, police officers, detectives, to the 113, the 103 precinct, citywide transit, including our buses. We have posted wanted posters on our social media. Like the commissioner said, thank you for the media for amplifying this incident. Community leaders, elected officials, our community affairs units have all been on the street with this poster. Our citywide manhunt will continue 24/7 until he is apprehended. If anyone has seen or knows this individual, please help us take this person off the street and call 1-800-577-TIPS. All calls remain anonymous. And as usual, if you see something, say something, go with your first reaction. I'll now pass to our Chief of Detectives, Joe Kenny.
All right, good evening. I'm going to discuss several incidents where innocent New Yorkers have been stabbed. We have confirmed that 5 of these incidents have taken place in Queens South. There is an additional incident being analyzed that took place on a subway train in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Incident number 1 occurred on Monday, January 8th, 6:20 p.m. in the evening in the confines of the 113 precinct. The victim is a male, Hispanic, 61 years old. He is stabbed 1 time in his lower back. Our investigation shows that the victim was walking by himself eastbound on 137 Avenue. This is a residential neighborhood. As the victim reaches the intersection of 137 Avenue and 157 Street, he feels an impact to his lower back, as if he has been punched. The victim quickly realizes that he has been stabbed. Luckily, a Good Samaritan is there to call 911, and the victim is removed to Jamaica Hospital, where he is treated for a puncture wound to his right kidney. The perpetrator is described as a slim male black in his 20s, wearing a hooded jacket with braids. In this incident, the suspect actually laughed in the victim's face after he stabbed him. Incident number 2 occurs a week later, once again in the confines of the 113 precinct. On Tuesday, January 16th, 5 minutes after midnight, at 134 Avenue and 158 Street. Our victim, who is a female black, 34 years old, was returning home from work when she got off the bus at Guy Brewer Boulevard and 134 Avenue in a commercial district. As she was walking, a male suddenly ran up behind her, and she describes being punched in the back, but she soon realizes that she is stabbed in her right side. The perpetrator flees to 134 Avenue. The victim once again is described as a male black in his 20s, wearing a hooded jacket, and appeared to be talking to himself. Detectives quickly conduct a video canvass where they find video at a commercial establishment minutes after the stabbing, showing the suspect holding a hunting knife, stabbing the front window of a bodega, wearing the same clothes as described in the other incidents. Incidents 3 and 4 occur on Wednesday, January 17th at 7:29 and 7:35 a.m. We have 2 separate stabbing incidents that occur in the confines of the 113 precinct, back to back. At 161-05-134 Avenue, our victim is a male black, 74 years old, who was escorting his wife to work. As he and his wife are walking on 134 Avenue, a male black, slim build, wearing a hooded jacket, runs up behind the couple. Without saying a word, he stabs the male 1 time in his back. The suspect then runs to 161 Street, where he encounters our next victim, who is a male black, 41 years old, who simply left his residence to move his car to a legal parking spot. Our suspect, once again, matching the description from our other incidents, approaches the victim without saying a word and stabs him 1 time in his abdomen. Both victims are removed to Jamaica Hospital and will survive their injuries. Our last incident occurs 25 minutes later in the confines of the 103rd Precinct in Jamaica, Queens. It happens on Parsons Boulevard and Archer Avenue. In this incident, our victim is a male black, 36 years old, on his way to work. He gets on an MTA bus at Guy Brewer Boulevard and 115th Avenue. He's riding on the bus northbound when he becomes involved in a verbal dispute with our eventual perpetrator, who fits the description from the other 4 incidents. This argument is over a seat on the bus. Both the perpetrator and the victim exit the bus at Parsons Boulevard and Archer Avenue when the perpetrator suddenly stabs the victim 1 time, then flees on foot. These are all the incidents that have occurred in Queens. We have confirmed that the perpetrator in all of these incidents is connected, but we are also looking at an additional stabbing that occurred on a northbound J train in the confines of the 90 precinct in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, where we have one male is stabbed and the perpetrator fits the description, but we're not willing to commit to it being part of this pattern as of yet. So thankfully, all of these victims are going to survive their injuries. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Actually, I have 2 questions. One quickly to
Okay, so we've been listening. NYPD, they're giving us an update on a serious situation, a citywide manhunt, they're saying, for a guy who's going around stabbing people randomly. 5 stabbings over 9 days, including at least 1 this morning. Random stabbings, innocent people in basically South Queens, Rochdale Village, Jamaica, Springfield Gardens, as well as one in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. People going about their business getting stabbed by a guy with a hunting knife. Police have an identity, rather a picture of him. We can show that picture here in a second. He is said to be a slender black man in his 20s, 5'9", light complexion, again carrying a hunting knife and just attacking people for no good reason. He is said to have been wearing white Converse sneakers, black and white Adidas, a mask, and you can see he's pulled his hood down over his head pretty tightly. But apparently he has been doing this, and police have been seeing him, the same guy, in instance after instance. 5 stabbings, 9 days, and they are conducting a citywide manhunt as we speak.
They feel pretty confident that this man is connected to all of those stabbings. They're sharing here with the public tonight, and we're sharing it with you because police are asking for everyone's help. If you recognize this man, if you see him, they desperately want to get him off the streets. In one case, they said he actually laughed after he stabbed one of the victims. In another case, they said one of the victims told police that he was talking to himself. So again, this is the picture of that suspect police are looking for. You'll see extra police patrols around the city, around the subways, and also around some neighborhoods trying to get this man off the street. We'll continue to follow these developments and give you more information as we get it.
Yeah, if you see something, say something. Call Crime Stoppers to get to the NYPD. All right.